So I got a bunch of stuff that I need to do, and all that stuff has importance. And all the important stuff that I need to do is relevant to me. And not only is it relevant to me, but because I am a member of the world, all the important relevant stuff that I have to do is actually relevant to everyone else in the world as well. Because I only focus on the most important and relevant things in the world as one of the most important and relevant people in the world. And I just simply treat myself that way. And if you treat yourself like one of the most important and relevant people in the world, then you will become one of the most important and relevant people in the world if you are not already. I think it's best to just assume that you are already and then just go forth acting that way. But without further ado, right now I am walking. I have just done jiu-jitsu with my brother in the basement and then driven back to my house. It's really great. I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to be focusing on specifically energy efficiency, specifically just not using my energy with him and continuing movement and using either movement or connection to beat him and not being in the middle, because the middle is where all the energy gets lost. And just focusing on sound principles like that. I'm going to continue rolling with him until we've both completely mapped out each other's games and then refine them to the point where there's really no point in continuing to do that. And at that point, I will then start incorporating our solo drills into our rolling sessions, and that will be very productive because that will allow me to do even more solo drills, get even better at the solo drills, increase my metabolism by doing solo drills, increase my brain metabolism by doing solo drills as well, use all of that to ground me in a way that allows me to not take Adderall or Vyvanse while minimizing any sort of discomfort that I experience as a result of that. And then tomorrow I'm going to be going to meet with my brother to do a podcast where I will be bringing him up to speed, and we'll be really discussing together, but it's a little bit more of me bringing him up to speed, but very much still us discussing together the plans for the next phase of Week to Warrior. And one other thing I'm going to be doing is making the God Engine poster into an actual poster that's purchasable, because people have asked me to do that. It's a really cool poster. And then doing that will also allow me to refine my ideas on the God Engine, which will enable me to write more. Like, actually, yeah, if I made the poster into a more articulate poster that had more information incorporated into its structure, then I would definitely be many steps closer to finishing the book, The God Engine, which is something we're going to be doing as a part of a self-liquidating offer that you use whenever you're running ads online. But I really don't want to run ads online at this point, because that would accelerate growth of the company beyond the point at which we're able to keep up shipping wise. So I don't want to do that. That would mess things up for me, actually. So what I want to do is I want to build the capacity to do that while I document the doing of that on YouTube and Instagram and a few other outlets. And then while I'm documenting that on YouTube and Instagram, and probably uploading our products to a TikTok shop, then I'll also be building the next stage of products, including the ad campaign, just to educate myself on. I mean, it's just a good thing to do, like, I want to have the capacity for rapid expansion, but I don't necessarily want to be committed to rapid expansion at this point, because rapid expansion requires supporting structures. Otherwise, that would undermine the structures that I have, which are guiding the current direction of the company, which I like. I really like the current direction of the company. I really like it. I really like how I've got this thing set up so that my brother and I can be maximally creative, maximally fit, maximally family-oriented, maximum self-education, and still have the company going. Like, that's really cool to me. I want to maintain that, because that is itself the purpose of the company, because we live in a time where now, more so than any other time in history, you can have access to infinite knowledge you can get any textbook you want. You can have AI teach the textbook to you. You can do anything. Like, it's so easy to educate yourself. So I believe that there's going to be a class distinction coming between those who are capable of and engage in self-education of the variety that I just described, both jujitsu, business, and textbook. It all goes together. And people who don't do that. And I intend to be in the upper class of people who are doing that because, I don't know, like, sucks to suck and I don't want to suck and things have sucked and I don't want them to suck. And, why would I want things to suck more than they have to if they don't have to suck? So, yeah, that's why I like the direction of the company right now. So I see even people who have functional companies, if you end up in a position where you do not have 2/3 of your waking hours to yourself, you are then back in a position of slavery where you're working for fiat currency, which is losing its value constantly. And you're being fleeced. Like, you're just being fleeced. Black sheep. Like, you're getting fleeced, black sheep. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But I also have to get my vitamin D standardized because I've been taking massive doses of vitamin D in order to sleep. And then also eating lots of raw liver and stuff. I got to take some fish eggs when I get back in the house. But I have to actually standardize my vitamin D dose because I've just been eyeballing it, which is not the sort of professional I want to be, though it has been working. And there's a lot that's gone into that. Like, it sounds worse than it is, eyeballing my vitamin D dosage. But yeah, so I'm going to standardize that. That's got to happen fairly soon. Should probably do that tomorrow. And then I got to carry in all the spring water into my garage. After doing that, I am going to meditate, listen to the Count of Tuscany, really focus on jiu-jitsu, like what I could have done better in my jiu-jitsu training. Not going to do calisthenics right now. I'm just going to let my body adapt to that one jiu-jitsu session. Calisthenics tomorrow, a little bit of soul drilling tomorrow. More jiu-jitsu, more walking, always walking. You can also use you can't see my hands, so there's like grip exercises you can do with hiking sticks that are really cool. It's pretty much it, I guess. I just have to bring the vitamin D so I can use the really accurate scale to do that. Should probably get I have fractionated coconut oil, but I probably should get some like higher quality coconut oil because I just don't trust that it would be super high quality. Like, there might be some sort of something in it that would just cause me to not sleep, and that would not be fun. So I guess I'm from Whole Foods. Yeah, I really got to get that vitamin D dose standardized. Like, so that means more driving tomorrow. I got to go to Andover. I'm really betting that by the time people start stalking me, I'll have, like, I don't know. Maybe the people who stalk me will be cool people. And and then they'll end up working with me. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to encourage people to stalk me. This is weird. The internet, like, you can just see into my life. I don't really know what it means. I guess that's one reason why it's interesting. Is 'cause I don't know what it means. I'm figuring it out. What else am I going to do? I'm going to do probably another podcast where I do another God Engine poster. That'd be pretty cool. Though I guess podcasts, maybe a live stream. I don't really know. I had a really good conversation with my dad today. That was fun. I like talking. And then my mom was like playing a fun game with my kids. That's fun too. Life is good. I'm very happy. I feel this deep sense of happiness and alignment for the first time in, like 2.5, 3 years. I knew it was coming though. Like, I've been planning for this since I was 16. When I was 16, I first started losing the ability to sleep entirely and then actively dying. And it's as bad as it sounds. Like it's actually exactly as bad as I just made it sound. And when that happened when I was 16, I was like, this is either going to kill me or this is going to be my whole life. And it didn't kill me, and it's my whole life, so I was right. I also think that the mere fact that I survived these insomnia problems qualifies me for a lot. I'm planning on redoing the entire sleep industry, like just structuring it well. I don't really want to like take over things, like in the sense of like, ooh, I'm going to go take what someone else has. I don't want to do that. I just want to build things that are good. Like whenever I see like a car door that's designed badly or something, where I see like a design flaw in like a road, like just anything, I think to myself, I could do that better. And it's not pure delusion. Like I remember I was on a camping trip with my family and they were playing this game, my extended family, and love them too, but it's not my immediate family, it's being specific, So I'm playing this game. It was like this category game. You had to decide which words went in which categories. And one of the categories was like football players' names. And I'm like, I don't watch football. Like, that's so dumb. Like, why would it be contingent on that? And I remember saying that, and my aunt was like, well, why don't you make your own if you think it's so dumb? And I did, and it was better. And I actually just made my own better version of it. And that's just kind of the way I think life should be. And then actually my cousins made their own better version of it. And then we all just started doing each other's versions instead of the app. And that was really fun. And I think that's kind of like the way life should be. Like if you think you could do a better job, like go and do it. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I don't criticize things from the perspective of, like I'm better than you and I look at things and I'm like, I don't know if that was their best work. But I know that my best work, like I would enjoy my best work better if I was in a position to do my best work on that specific thing. I thought that about supplements. I did that with supplements. It works. Like it's good. I thought that about YouTube. I'm doing that with YouTube, but I mean, I don't really know what YouTube is. Like it's very new. It's very, very new. But, yeah, it's going to be an interesting podcast tomorrow. I would definitely check that one out. It's going to be a fascinating podcast. We're going to be going over the entire business model and like reasons for why we're doing what we're doing. And the reason we're going to be going over that is because at some point when you get big enough, the main thing that holds back your company is economic cycles. So then you have to stabilize economic cycles by creating a better economy. So that's just what I'm trying to do right now. So by the time I actually get big enough to the point where it matters, it always matters. But by the time I get to the point where that's actually holding my company back in a very real sense, not that it isn't right now, but you know what I mean? By the time I get to that point where that is the single biggest challenge my company is facing, I'll already have been dealing with that for 20 years. So it's not, and this is like my brother and I are talking about this, talking about like vertical integration, like why do companies not vertically integrate anymore? And the reason they don't vertically integrate anymore is because they're short-sighted and they're not really focused on building up the economy. They're just focused on, I don't know, like acquiring fiat currency. I'm thinking of having a policy in my company where like the second we get currency, it gets invested into silver or like hard assets. Because why on earth would I be working for currency that isn't even money? It's not even a store of value, and its value is going down all the time. It's just really weird to me. Like that's the whole point of civilization, seems to be to guarantee you a store of value. And it seems like everyone's so asleep that they haven't realized that that's not there anymore. And now everyone that has realized that is just because it's set up this way. Like if you're working for fiat currency and I'm working for assets, I'm fleecing you. But you're really fleecing yourself because you're working for this thing that's losing value all the time. Walking every day, you know, Demetrius Johnson said the best head movement is footwork. And walking, baby, walking really helps your footwork. You know, like I can do some shuffles, switch sides, do some more shuffles, karaoke step. Not gonna slip on video, that'd be embarrassing. But just do my footwork, just a little bit every day. A little bit of push-ups every day. This is the end of my deload month that I haven't been treating like terribly much of a deload month, but whatever. Still, just beef, salt, and water. No reintroduction of things. I don't know if I ever will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe the tea is enough. You know, maybe the tea is enough. Like, I thought about this on mushrooms. Like, when the last time I did like a really high dose of mushrooms. And I wasn't even on carnivore then. I didn't even have insomnia. This idea came to me. It was like, green tea and carnivore. I was like, that is like a weirdly balanced, it's like the most yin food and the most yang food from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective. And I'm like, that's so funny. And then like 9 months later, that exact diet ends up saving my goddamn life. It's like, I couldn't even drink green tea at the time that I did that mushroom trip and that I had that idea. Green tea gave me insane reactions, but that idea was so firmly lodged in my mind that I pushed through the insane reactions to the point where now green tea makes me feel amazing and I have solid poops. It's crazy. Psilocybin should definitely be legal. I'm going to talk about that a lot in long form videos in the future. For those of you who are new to the channel, I hide my revolutionary ideas in plain sight by hiding in a gap in human attention called attention span. I just know that all the people who'd be opposed to my ideas don't have the patience to sit through 15 minutes of me talking. So the longer my videos go, the more I tell you what I'm actually planning, because I know that the fewer people will actually be listening. And then in the future, you'll realize that I built my channel this way and you'll go back and watch all my old videos. You'll be like, holy cow, what is this guy doing? And that'll be my employee recruitment process. Oh, life is fun. I like that song by Lord Huron. Life is strange, so am I. I'll be strange till the day that I die. Kind of like reminds me of singing Full Speed Ahead. So full speed ahead, full speed ahead. I can't really sing that well, but I sure like to, so I'll probably do that in some videos in the future too. You know, I just want to express myself while I'm alive, baby. Probably not a baby watching this, but I just want to express myself while I'm alive. I think psilocybin should be legal. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to make some documentaries on that. I'm going to keep documenting my life. I currently am microdosing. I microdose psilocybin sometimes. Really helps my brain recover from PTSD, from losing the ability to sleep and actively dying. Should be legal. Almost was legal. I'd like to help make it legal. I don't know precisely how I'm going to do that yet, but I know that what I am doing is putting me in a very good position to do that. And that, my friends, is what I call jiu-jitsu. Position before submission.